Nigga do it like Lil Wayne, be like a fucking lighter flick. This is the Loop Logic Podcast. I am your host, Reggie Robinson, back again. And I got another real one with me today.
Yes, sir.
Long time no see.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
The boy himself, CuLLy.
Yes, sir.
Give him a round of applause. Like I said, bro, it's been too long.
It's been a long time, bro.
Who's been like 10th grade, 11th grade?
Seen you around. It's been
Like
a minute since we had a real talk.
2013.
Yes, sir. A long time. Almost 8 years. Something about life's good, man.
Yeah.
Not really.
I was gonna say you sure.
You got your ups and downs, bro.
But so what? When did shit start going left? Like, right? Was it after we stopped chilling, or?
I mean, you know, bro, it's more like.
Wait. Before I go too far on that, I want to give like a little background.
Okay.
'Cause, you know, we used to make music and shit together.
Oh yeah.
You still do the music?
Yeah. It used to become a thing where everybody had their dream. You feel me? Especially as a jit. I used to want to, you know, be big with it. I didn't have really the marketing skills or the connections like most people do, but
Right.
yeah, everybody has their dream. I wanted to be mad big with it. I didn't really care much about the fame or the money. I just want people to know me. You feel me? Know my name, get a good fan base.
That's real.
But now it's more like so many years have passed. I would say it's more like a hobby now.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a self-medication type thing. Like
Okay.
it's more like a drug to me.
Is it?
Definitely.
So you still got the passion for it?
Definitely, bro. Music's in my blood, bro. My pops used to play the drums and the guitar in a reggae band in Jamaica. He grew up in Jamaica.
Yeah, R.I.P. to him.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like it's in my blood. My brother's not too good with the music, but I feel like we
Michael
got
make
like
music?
He do music. He try to tap patois a little bit. Yeah, don't really.
I know that nigga speak patois.
He do, but it comes out sounding like you from the Virgin Islands.
Yeah, I was gonna say that nigga look funny with everything he do, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I love you, Micah. But yeah,
you gotta put him on the podcast too.
Yeah, definitely.
I know he'll listen.
He in Miami right now doing his thing, working on boats in Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, but I feel like we got like a 50-50 thing with my pops. Like, my pops worked on boats. He was a car mechanic and a yacht mechanic. Worked on fucking I can curse?
Yeah.
Right. I remember my mom and him would tell me he worked on Michael Jackson's yacht. He worked on Madonna's yacht.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my pops was in the business for real.
Okay.
In Jamaica. And yeah, I feel like we got the 50-50. Like I'm terrible at cars. I'm good at music.
Yeah.
He's terrible at music and he good with cars.
So you got more you got more of your mom in you, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I got probably her spirit.
Yeah.
But I feel like with my pops it's like a 50-50. He got that 50% of it. I got the other 50. I feel like music's in my blood. But back to what you were saying is more like, yeah, it's still a passion there. If I don't want to say I don't have no motivation for it, but you know, you got to grow up. Sometimes, I'm not saying I'm giving up on it, but
yeah,
sometimes you just got to face the facts, bro. Just, you know, you can't just, I'm not making no profit off of it right now. You got to get a job, bro.
Right.
You got to start making it, love yourself a little bit more. Do something.
I do remember you was telling me a while back how you from Iowa, right? West Burlington.
I wouldn't say I'm from Iowa. I don't like claiming that.
Oh,
place.
you just born?
I was born there.
Okay. But you made music up there too. You was on the rock shit, right?
Yeah. I was born in Iowa. I was there for like 3 years. Wasn't born in no hospital either. Some ghetto ass shit. It was a pizza party.
For real?
Probably why I love pizza. And it was a pizza party in a snowstorm. Nobody could leave the crib, so I was born in my auntie's basement in Burlington, Iowa, in a pizza party in a snowstorm. Pretty unique. It's probably why my head all fucked up.
Oh, come on now.
But yeah, I was there for about 3 years, and then we moved to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
I've always been so. I feel like I was born a little too late. My family had me at like 40 something. My entire family's from Jamaica. I never had the chance. I had the chance to go to Jamaica like one time.
And for the people who don't know who he is, he's white. By the way, he's not black.
Yeah.
Just because he's
it's
from
like
Jamaica, he don't got
Chinese
dreads.
man, white. Right.
He don't got dreads. And for your sister to be white, she got a strong accent,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
She
My
really
family
do.
grew up there. That's why a lot of people are like, well, I don't know. You can justify things however you want. I just feel like that's ignorant if you want to just make it seem like it's a one culture, it's a one race type thing. I look at it more as a culture. Jamaica's an island, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like it's a race, bro. Like, you can say it's an ethnicity, I guess, but I feel like it's just a culture. Because look how many people have grown up there. If you say you was born in Jamaica, I'm an American. Bitch, you know how fucking stupid that sounds, bro?
Right.
Oh, you was born in Jamaica, you a white man, and you lived in Jamaica your whole life. Are you a Jamaican?
See, that I don't know. I always thought about that.
That's where I come from. Like, I'm not from there. I'm not Jamaican, and I'm white. I'm just talking. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to take it the wrong way and just argue with me. Like, I'm very open about everything. You could tell me something, I'm open. I'm all ears. But my sister say she's Jamaican.
She was born there?
My brother was born there. My mom and dad grew up there. My sister, I forgot when my sister was born, but she grew up in Jamaica like 20 years.
That's probably why.
So her culture is Jamaica. Like,
yeah.
She was raised in Jamaica, you feel me?
Right.
So, I don't know where, that could go on and on. Like, that's not for me to talk about. I'm not Jamaican, so, but, yeah, man. They was there. I was born in Iowa, and we came to Fort Lauderdale, and I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Broward County.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for a good, probably like 6 years. So.
Oh, you was in Broward?
Yeah.
Fucking Kodak now.
Kodak.
No.
R.I.P. X, bro. X,
yeah,
my
true.
dog, bro.
True.
Yeah. But yeah. So I was there for about like 6 years. Like 8 o'clock. 8 years. 8 years old. Then I moved to, I want to say, Webster. Yeah, it was Webster and Bushnell, which is like Boondocks area.
Yeah, out in Sumter.
Yeah, Lake Sumter or Sumter County. Yeah, and I was there a little bit. My dad got sick. And as a kid, you don't really know when your mom's and family are old enough to know what the fuck's going on. I'm only 9 years old, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, Papa's sick.
Right.
He's not feeling good. He's sick. Why
right.
the fuck he's sick every day? You feel me? But it's just like, yeah, so I just came home from school one day, and I started, it started becoming like a thing. The house was a little too crowded, so I started living in my mom and dad room. And that was hard because as a youngin', I'm only like 9, 10 years old, and I'm waking up to this man fucking dry heaving and throwing up and shit like almost every day.
Oh, for real?
So it's like, you as a kid, you kind of confused, like, wow, that's not just sick, bro. Like, this man is really sick.
Right,
then
right.
he went into a coma. I came home from school one day. I'm starting to get used to this. Like, yeah, he's just in bed. He's comatose. Like,
so he's really comatose?
Yeah, he was in a coma for a while. And it wasn't in no home or nothing. Like, he had hospice at the house. So I was seeing all this shit. Like, I watched him deteriorate.
Right.
Harsh shit, bro.
Wow.
But, yeah, so I came home from school one day and my mom was just like, yeah. I was like, where's Papa at? She was just like, nah, he's gone. And as a kid, you just kind of like, the fuck does that mean? Like, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not coming back. Like, he's gone.
Yeah. Like, he just went out
So,
somewhere?
like, yeah, so I go to his funeral and shit, and, you know, I don't even shed a tear. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, yeah, I know my father's dead, but I don't really shed no tears. I'm young, bro. And
yeah, exactly.
As a kid, like, I had ADHD, and I didn't know I was bipolar at the time. I was still so young, but it's just, you don't acknowledge things. That shit don't process in your head correctly.
Right.
So it wasn't until, like, I started growing up, especially at that time, like, my mom, like, not having a father figure, you feel me, and then started to become at a certain age, and you have to raise yourself to be a man, you understand?
Right.
But yeah, like, shit is hard, bro. But you gotta take it day by day, bro. You can't look at the negative things. Like, God got everything planned for a reason, man. You can't blame God for nothing. You feel me?
See, that's what I was gonna ask, cause cause me growing up, I was a big mama's boy, and I still got both of my parents. I mean, my parents, they had separated, so I ended up moving my mom, going to Orlando. My dad was still living over here, so I kind of felt different about it. But were you up? No, they was never married. It was just separated. They was together for like 16 years, but they just split apart. But were you ever like a mama's boy, a daddy's boy, or you just?
I mean, I only have a mom. So, yeah, I would admit that. Well, yeah, once it came to a certain point where people would point that shit out because you old as fuck now. And
were you close with your dad, though?
I don't remember. I do know he was a good father.
Okay. But,
yeah, of course, like, I done so many drugs and alcohol. Like, I don't, you feel me? I can't, not necessarily. Actually, I can remember shit that I did kind of back then when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much. I don't know, bro. I know he was a good father, though, bro.
Yeah. Just vivid memory.
Not very vivid. It's just kind of like...
blurry.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. He was just there.
So what, you felt...
But, oh, yeah, I missed a big part of this. So, in Jamaica, my mom and dad was part of this. What now I would say probably... My mom was just call it a cult. Because my mom's Messianic now. Messianic is like a Hebrew-based Christianity religion. Mm-hmm. But back then, before my pops died, it was part of the... She calls it a cult.
Wait, you said Messianic.
Messianic is like...
Freemason. Freemasonry.
Nah.
Okay.
Messianic is like... It's Christian-based Hebrew. So, like... It's... I don't know. You got to talk to her about that. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, right. I'm not too big into religion. I'm more relationship.
Might have her on the podcast.
Say what?
That might have her on the podcast.
Yeah, let's get it. But, yeah, so when they grew, my mom and dad grew up in the Grill, Jamaica, and Montego Bay, Jamaica a little bit, somewhat in Kingston. Kingston's a little more rough, though, so they wasn't there for a little bit. But he was part of they called it a church. There's a congregation called the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. It was where they stood up, they did 3 times a day. It was in the morning time, middle of the afternoon, and then at nighttime, they would assign everybody chants. A chant is like a hymn. A Christian would call it like a hymn.
Oh, yeah, like a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they would give them chants, and everybody would be assigned their own chant. Everybody would stand up on their feet. They would say the first verse, and then everybody would sing the first verse. They would say the second verse. Everybody sing the second verse. Then they would sit down, and there was like a certain... It's like I don't remember much of it. I was so young, but they would have this big ass fucking pipes, clay pipes they made from scratch.
Yeah. And
they would smoke hella ganja in that shit.
I forgot what those. I think it's called like a chinlum or some shit like that. Something with a C.
Yeah. Something like that.
I know it had to be some gas in there. Wait, so your mom was smoking?
Yeah, no comment. But yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, my mom and dad used to be a part of that little cult thing. It was
it's a good blue dream.
Super white people would call it Rastafari. It was an Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. It was a real movement they had, bro. And then my dad was caught up with
That's crazy how your mom is like so against it. And
nah, right now she's so against it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she changed.
She was gassed out back in the day.
Boy. Zooty booty. Yeah, but yeah, they would do that. And my pops was, because it was so, I mean, it's still illegal to this day, but they're getting a little bit more grace on it.
Right.
Back in the day, it was way against it. There's a place called Star Island where, I don't know if it was like in between Jamaica and Florida or wherever. It was like a place called Star Island, and they would ship big loads of marijuana by boat, plane, and shit. My pops was caught up in that little smuggling shit. Not really like. I'll also like forgive me because I'm chopping up a little bit because I don't know the details. These are the things that they've kept from me because I was so young at the time. Okay. And I don't really ask about it now. Right. It's more like research and shit. You could go on. There was a documentary on even Netflix. I don't even know if it's on there anymore.
I remember you showing me that a while back.
Called Square Grouper. If it's not on Netflix, you can see it on YouTube too. Type in just Square Grouper. My pops is on there. My godfather is being interviewed on there named Gary Rosenzweig. Cool ass name. But yeah, man, they was into that little thing. That my pops passed, my mom went Christian, and now she's messianic. Like that's why I don't believe in religion. You feel me? It's like she done changed religion so many times. I think it's bogus. Yeah. If there really is a God, I feel like you need to have a relationship rather than a religion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I said, it's more spiritual than anything.
Yes, sir. It's all about. They use that word devotion a lot. People could say devotion. Let me do my devotion this morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your devotion is necessarily...
Don't be knowing what the fuck that means.
Yeah, they're going to look at their little iPhone, that little prayer book, that little Bible app there and say, ding! Pop up on the phone and be like, don't even read that shit. Look at it and then, there's my devotion. Think about the root word of that word. It's devoted. Right. If you devoted to God... It's all about what you're doing behind closed doors, bro.
Exactly.
So you can go and you can preach the word. You can tell everybody about this, and whoop-de-whoop. But then you could be fucking little boys in the corner. You feel me? Like when nobody's looking.
It's like what you said before, practice what you preach.
Yes, sir. So it's like, and a lot of people like, don't get me wrong, I'm not preaching right now. I'm not even nearly right with God right now. But I'm not trying to be a hypocrite or a blasphemous. Yeah. I'm just telling you, like, this is, at least I'm humble about it. It's all about humility, bro. Like, my other brother is very good with God right now. He wants me to use my music talents for God.
He wants you to become a gospel artist? Like,
that's my problem. Is like, listen, man, if I do that, I feel like that'll be blasphemous. Yeah. If I'm sitting there by the altar and shit, playing the drums or playing guitar, singing gospel music, but in my mind, I want to fuck some bitches on the side. Right, exactly. That's not going to work out. It's all about what you're doing behind closed doors. That's what devotion is really about. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not there yet, but I feel like that needed to be said. I feel like there's a lot of bogus evangelists, bogus preachers.
So we still got pastors out there like that nowadays.
Yes, sir. You don't need a church, man. A church is just a building. You don't need offering. Mm-hmm. Where that offering go, that money go to the church. Exactly. That's when they say go to the church.
When they talk about they fixing that roof, there ain't nothing wrong with the damn roof.
They fixing the rooftop in their mind. They trying to fix that fix.
We need to fix that leak that's in the roof.
They fixing the fix in their mind. Yeah. How do you know they're not going to the liquor store?
Ain't nothing wrong with none of the fucking roof. Ain't nothing wrong with the church.
Yes, sir.
They don't need no Bibles and seats and shit. Yeah, they lying.
The church is your body. We call it the body of Christ. Supposed to be you. Your body's your temple.
Exactly.
Temple, man. You don't need a congregation. Always, of course, prayer is always better with more than one person, but you don't really necessarily need a congregation. You don't need a building. Mm-hmm. He's inside of you, bro. He's not in the fucking sky. There's no heaven in the clouds. He's in your heart, bro. It's a relationship. There's not too many. There's too many storytellers. There's not too many people that's actually doing this shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now, before we go too far on that,
yeah, that's a topic for another time.
Let's go back to how can I put this? When did you feel like you were starting to make your left turn?
I say about 18, 19. Because in the high school, you know, everybody, you don't call it ups and downs in high school, but compared to right now as grown men, they weren't really ups and downs. It was just,
I guess just being a teenager.
Really. Yeah, man, shit happens. But then you look back at it and you're like, damn, I miss those days. Yeah. You could take back that shit for anything. Yeah. So yeah, I would get in trouble a lot in high school. I don't smoke no more, but a lot for weed. I got kicked out for
me
weed.
too. I stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped smoking, boy.
That's good. And I was stealing a lot too. I went on So I got in trouble for weed first, and then I got a girlfriend. Like, we all have girlfriends in high school, but this was an actual, like, my first real love.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And it was right at the end of my senior year. And like a fucking idiot, you know, love
you
want to
give her a shout out?
Huh?
You want to give her a shout out real quick?
Fuck that bitch.
Okay,
You know
okay,
what I'm saying, man? I can't say her name. It's gonna cause too aesthetic. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
nah, fuck her.
But yeah, right at the end of my senior year, you know how you go on the senior trip like a week before, like you go to Disney or some shit. We went to Busch Gardens. And I'm excited, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, I've known this girl for a long time. She's been my best friend for a while. I met her in a private school. Excuse me. Met her in a private school. Known her for a while. Never knew I really liked her like that. And she ended up liking me too. So I was excited. We go on my senior trip to Busch Gardens. I go into the little gift shop. Here's where the stupidity comes to this bullshit. I had money in my pocket, you heard?
Right.
I decide... Her favorite animal is a white tiger. I decide to go into one of the gift shops and steal a white tiger necklace. I think I'm slick with it. Hold on, shut up. I'm sorry, man. I don't know, man. I don't know why that's the stupid part. I had money.
Moment.
I had
those.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Just a nigga
Like,
moment.
listen, I'm going to save this bread for something else.
Right.
I done stole a lot in my day. So I'm thinking I'm going to get away with it. But I ain't never stole something from a theme park.
Right.
So here's what snuck up on my ass, right? Put it in my pocket. I think I'm slick with it. I'm good. We walking a little bit down the maybe like a block or so in the theme park. And my dumb ass talks to one of the girls that's in my chaperone group. I take the necklace out of my pocket. I was like, yo, I just teethed this thing from shorty. And what do you know? There's this female that was I seen her in the gift shop when I was doing the shit. A female come up to me with a fanny pack, glasses, and a baseball cap. Looked like a tourist.
Yeah.
It takes a badge out the fanny pack. I need to confiscate the stolen stuff. I was like, oh, no.
Damn.
The little African boy behind her come up like fucking like Will Smith from Men in Black. Like, I think I'm going to jail, bro. I think
like
I'm
Terry
crazy.
Crews or some shit.
That ass. So like, they take me to the little holding cell in the theme park, and they're like, "All right, so you better hope that you have a good."
They got holding cells?
Yes, they do.
Oh, you know.
I swear to God. But yeah, they was like, they better hope because you're on a senior trip. You better hope your chaperone is a nice chaperone because if it's up to them whether you go to jail tonight or not.
Oh shit.
And my chaperone was like, "Yeah, he's good." And of course, she chewed my ass out after she let me out. So they kicked me out the park. To this day, that was like 8 years ago. To this day, I'm not allowed in the Busch Gardens. But yeah, so that's what started. That's where I started becoming an alcoholic a little bit. It's like I started stealing a lot from
because
gas
of that.
station. Because of the female. I don't want to blame it on her, but I was partying a lot in high school. But you know, that's all fun and games. Mm-hmm. But I have a very addictive personality. I don't know my dad's side very well, but a lot of them were crackheads. And shit like, so I feel like that's kind of, I have a really addictive personality. So yeah, I was introduced to alcohol at a very young age, but I never really became an alcoholic until like 18, 19.
Right. That's common.
Yeah. So, and I couldn't buy the shit, obviously, because I was only 18, 19. So what you think I'm doing? I'm putting four levels in my drawers and shit.
At them high school parties, though.
Yeah, it was easy there.
It's
It's easy access, but when I wanted to just get my fix, I would go to. I'm talking about. Never really got caught as much, but I would make sure I wouldn't go to the same gas station twice.
Ah, okay.
Because then it would be suspicious.
Right.
So when I tell you I hit almost every gas station in the Groveland, Claremont, Orlando area, I've hit every gas station for Four Locos, bro. I was bad with it, bro. I was putting them shits in my drawers, going home or going to a party or whatever, like. And I was dating this girl for a good 3 years, off and on. Her family was
You were sacking the bitches.
Yes. Her family was ex-Italian mob from New York, and that was her dad. And her mom was like Mexican and whatever, I don't know, but she was fucking crazy. Used to be a stripper and shit.
Okay.
So she already had family problems.
Bust them open?
No, I'm not with that.
I'm with that.
But yeah. So not only did she already have the family issues, very toxic family issues, I had my own issues. And with my personality, I like helping other people, and I never help myself. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the midst of that, trying to help that fucking family out. And it's making it seem like I'm the crazy one. You know how shit goes with toxic relationships, bro. I don't even have to get into detail with that. So It just goes on and off for a good 3 years. Finally, she blocked me on everything. That was my first love, so you know how it is. Like I was a little mopey. You
gotta show me who she is after though.
I did.
I want to see who she is.
You know who it is. I'll show you when it's finished.
I might remember who she is. Because I do remember you dating like one girl. Because you said it was like, what, 18, 19?
I was right after I graduated. I didn't even get to that. So, after that part, I got kicked out of school for good. My entire family from up north.
I do remember that. You was at graduation at South Lake, nigga, and I was asking you why the fuck you was there.
Yeah, I was
supposed to be at Lake Mignolo.
Yeah. That don't remind me. So my entire family come down from up north, right? My mom's side, to come watch me walk on stage.
It's cute. Oh wait.
A day before the graduation, I'm getting kicked out of school.
Oh,
so
man.
What you think they telling me? No, you can't walk on stage. So not only is that making me guilty and feel pitiful, but I'm still at live streams for the weed shit.
Okay,
so I can't even get my diploma until I finish live streams.
Wow.
So my diploma is coming from the little teenage rehab shit live stream. So to this day, my mom's side of the family, I don't want to say they disown me, but they're not too proud of me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what happened. Then I started dating this bitch.
Specifically.
This bitch. And that was a little toxic too. So, and then I was already an alcoholic. That was a problem with her. Like, she could see that shit with me.
No.
Of course, after she break up with me, it gets worse. At least I've decreased from the locos and actually going more top notch and actually drinking like whiskey and something more.
Okay. Top shelf.
Top shelf, yeah.
Feel you.
But yeah, so that goes on.
Like Ace of Spades on the rocks.
Yeah. So yeah, that goes on for a little bit. It's not as much depression no more. I've always had the depression and the anxiety. But I was diagnosed type 2 bipolar, and I started drinking a lot more than I used to. I was going through like 2-3 fifths a day.
You prescribed anything?
They gave me Depakote,
okay,
which is a mood stabilizer. I really do not like pills. It's
you don't
kind of
drink with that, do you? You don't drink with that,
boy.
Nah.
I don't drink with. I don't do pills. Period. That's what I was gonna get into.
Okay,
is like, it's kind of ironic. It's kind of hypocritical because alcohol is poison. Period.
Right.
So I'm thinking I don't like pills because. Not necessarily because it's going to fuck up my body, but I don't like the way it makes my mind feel.
I feel you.
I'd rather just be CuLLy.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be myself.
Right.
But, yeah, so I stopped taking the pills. I started just self-medicating. I used to smoke hella weed. Didn't smoke weed no more. I got into acid.
Okay. Was that your first time? Or?
Yes. So
all right.
My cousin from Brooklyn came down. I ain't seen him in a minute. I didn't even know he was in town. And I seen him, and then I hit his brother up, my other cousin, and we started hanging out all the time. And that's when I stopped. They started, like, making fun of me and shit, roasting my ass for drinking Locos. That's when I stopped. He's like, boy, you know that shit, battery acid. I was like, yeah.
Is it? It really
yeah,
is?
That's a joke.
Okay.
Who knows what the fuck is in that shit?
Bro. I mean, I did hear they said, like, I think it was their alcohol count was wrong. Like they was putting on the cans or some shit.
Not even just the alcohol count. There's a lot of shit they probably put in it that's not on the nutrient shit.
Right.
But yeah, I stopped doing that. I didn't stop drinking, but Four Locals. If I kept drinking Four Locals the way I was doing, I probably would have died at a very young age because that shit is not good for you at all. Yeah. At all. But yeah, so I stopped drinking that shit. Started drinking more top shelf shit, and then my cousin introduced me to acid. So I was dumb smacked already, right?
Okay.
And he knew that I really didn't want to do it because I was afraid of what it was going to do because of people with mental disabilities or mental issues, sorry. Acid is going to fuck you up if you don't have the right mindset. And definitely if you're not around the right people. You need to be around people with good vibes and people that you love, you feel me? Definitely. Otherwise, you're going to have the worst trip of your life and you're going to go crazy, bro. So I did it, and like a fucking jug, this man snuck it up on me. He knew he waited for the time for me because he know how his cousin get. He was like, yeah, I'm going to wait till he get dumb schmiggity, real smack, and I'm just going to sneak it up on him. Be like, yo, CuLLy, put this on your tongue real quick and let it sit there.
So you was drinking?
And I'm like, oh, shit.
So you was drinking before he gave you the...
Yeah, I was already smacked.
Okay.
So he gave it to me. I'm like, yo, what? What is this? This being stupid. What he trying to do? So I do it. I forget that. I forget the shit is even on my tongue. I'm dumb smacked.
Damn.
So a good 30 minutes passed by, right? And he was like, he looks at me and he goes, yo, CuLLy, stop. How you feel right now? I was like, yo, bro, I'm good, bro. I'm good. He was like, no, CuLLy, for real, stop. There was a little monkey statue lamp shit. There was like a stone monkey lamp next to me. He's like, CuLLy, like, for real, look at me. Stop. Look at that monkey right there and tell me what you see. I looked at the monkey, right? This motherfucker started dancing, right? the monkey started moving and dancing and shit.
What the fuck?
And I was like, yo, what the fuck did you give me, bro? And, like, it's different when you sober and you take it, but when you already smacked, like, it's another thing. People gonna think it's crazy. That was the first time I did it, right? I loved it. Okay. I had the time of my life. I did it sober, like nothing at all, just the acid. Yeah. And because I have depression and anxiety and shit, I started having a bad trip. So think about this. When you take a Xanax, that's for natural anxiety. You take one Xanax and then pop a tab of acid. Right. You have the best trip of your life. Because it takes the anxiety away.
Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home.
Do not try this at home. But that'll be, if you ever do, kids, if you ever do decide to do acid, please.
I don't.
And you feel like you feel like you have mental issues or you have anxiety, please take a Xanax first. It's not gonna hurt you. I promise.
They prescribe it though for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's for anxiety. So if you feel like you have too much anxiety and you're afraid to take acid, take a pill, and then do the acid, and it takes away the body high. The body high will be your anxiety. It'll go away. It'll be the body high, the Xanax, and then the vision high will be the acid. So when you get a good feel on the acid, you get a good trip. That shit opens your mind to an exponential level, bro. I promise you. Like after doing it a good, and they say in studies or education or whatever the fuck they want to call it, scientifically, if you do it 7 times, it means you're basically clinically insane. Bullshit. I've done that shit like 100 times, and I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. If I was crazy, shit, I've been crazy since I was all a kid.
Yeah, I got plenty of homeboys. I know they done did that shit more than 7 times.
Yeah, so like, don't get me wrong. Certain people cannot do it. I believe maybe like it could happen to somebody, but it's not with everybody. With me, that shit took away my anxiety. The one thing that it probably causes to some people took away my anxiety. It took away, I don't want to say my negative thinking because I still struggle with depression and shit, but took away my anxiety. I was more open with everything, open with people, more friendly. I started to stop hiding how I actually felt. I started like literally preaching to everybody and telling people like actually from experience, like what actually, not even telling them that I've done acid, like not even knowing that it's actually changed me. People just seen it changing me, like the weirdest thing, bro. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't have the vocabulary. I'm not the smartest apple in the bunch. You know, like, but I'm going to say that.
Apple in the butt.
No, but that's. I'm not what's the little saying?
What? Smartest apple? What do you say? Apple in the bunch?
I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, whatever.
Yeah, something like
but
that.
Yeah, anyway, the drug helped. It helped me, goddammit.
But like I said, they thinking about making that shit legal. In California,
that's
they was
crazy,
talking about making it legal.
I would think that the shrooms and the weed, maybe, but acid is not all natural.
And another thing, if I'm not mistaken, they said the nigga who made the iPhone, Steve Jobs, they said that's how he got all his ideas. He would take a tab of acid.
Steve Jobs, it was
they say he would take a tab of acid. He would walk around. He would walk around the whole property of the Apple place, and with a notepad, and he would just write down all his ideas. That's how he got all his iPhone ideas.
And you know what's crazy too? I think he did this on purpose. It's another thing my cousin showed me. When you do acid, they don't do this on no other phone. Not an Android, no nothing. They all have the same icons in the apps, right? Yeah. But only on the iPhone, when you do acid, the apps will move like, weird circular motion. People on this podcast gonna listen to this thing. I'm crazy, bro. Shit. Until you experience it, it's not crazy. I promise you.
It's probably not.
He really probably, crazy, he did that shit on purpose. Yeah, man. Enough about drugs. Let's talk about something positive.
So, okay. So where did we leave off at?
Yeah, I talk too much. You talking about me going left and shit. So yeah, after that.
After your girlfriend.
Yeah. I did getting more into the drinking. Started experimenting with drugs. I started running into the wrong people. I turned 21. There's this place called Graffiti and Revival. I was there every single day, drinking. Revival I didn't go to till I was like 21 or 22, and I was introduced to my coke dealer, and I started getting big quantities of cocaine, and there's nothing to brag about. It's not a competition, obviously, with me, because I'm not proud of none of this shit. But I started selling coke, but amateurly, right? Very nonchalant, very not the right way to sell drugs.
Did you have any knowledge of?
No, nothing. Didn't know the quantities, didn't know the measurements, nothing. So I'm just getting big ass bags and knowing, because of my people person skills, knowing who knows about this and who doesn't. So basically, it would be like drunk ass white bitches. Do you have cocaine? Like, I'm talking about like
you wearing the coat like it's weed. Like,
yeah, not even like
that's a girl. Huh?
Wouldn't even be. Not even no scale, no nothing. Just buying big quantities and doing a little baby, using the bags and just doing a little. Like, not even nearly enough. Just finessing.
Did they know the people who was buying it? They know it was not.
I knew because I was the biggest. Like, I wasn't the biggest one selling it, but everybody knew me to be doing this. I was crazy back that time, bro. I was really bad with it. Yeah. So I knew the people that knew what quantity was what. I would never sell to the people that I would get from, because obviously you're either gonna get shot or you're gonna get your ass whooped. Okay. You feel me? So I would always go to the people that did not know what it was about. So I would either tell them if they want it or you want to try it, or know that they're already fucking retarded. They do it before, but the people they getting it from is finessing them too. So I'm gonna finesse them too.
Right. So, fuck it.
And for a minute, I was getting a lot of money from it. Let alone that I have 2 jobs at the time. So basically I had 3 jobs. I was getting a lot of money, a lot of income. Okay. Where do you think all that money went? This is where it started taking a turn for the worse. So all that money is going straight to alcohol, more coke. I started dabbling into other things I'm not proud of.
You want to speak on that or what?
Yeah, we can talk about it. I'm going to be open today. So I started dabbling. I met somebody, I'm not going to say no names. I met somebody that made it seem like ice was a good idea, which is methamphetamine.
All right.
And at the time, I wasn't smoking the shit because I felt like a crackhead if I did that. All right. So I would crush it up and I would snort it. Not a good idea. That shit burns.
I know a homeboy who kind of had that problem. He didn't want to feel like the actual thing.
So he's just trying to cover it up, but in the long run, you're still getting high off of it. Let's be real. We want to talk facts here. We want to be real. Let's be open. Let's be raw. That's what this is all about. Some people don't want to talk about it. I'm open to talk about everything, bro. So once I started dabbling in all that other bullshit, I've pretty much done everything in the book besides heroin. Never done heroin. Never did crack. I went to rehab. My mama felt like I had a problem. I went to rehab feeling like I was forced, or else I'm gonna get kicked out the crib. So, don't get me wrong.
It was your choice, or it was her choice?
I felt forced at the first time. Okay. So I went in there, and don't get me wrong, I did get some wisdom. I didn't want to go in there, but I did acknowledge the fact that I'm here, so have a good attitude and just kind of try and actually learn something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get out. Actually, I snuck out. Didn't pay anything. I probably lost some good credit score for that because still didn't pay it to this day. Got right back into the same old ways. This time, I felt a little bit more concerned about myself, and I was out of the denial stage, and actually felt like, all right, maybe I do need help. I can't do this shit on my own. And obviously, I've tried so much to reach out to God, and my family is like, they all got this, like, I'm high off life bullshit. Fuck out of here. I don't feel like the black sheep of the family. Be like, so how come he don't talk to me?
Right.
Why he not talking to me? Fuck it. Let me talk to this drink. You feel me? So, my DLC, my drug of choice is alcohol, but obviously alcohol is a very, very big gateway drug. It does lead to other things because sometimes it's when you drunk, you just say yes to anything. You become a yes man.
I seen an article on that the other day.
Mm-hmm. So the second time I went, a little bit more influence that I needed to go. Still kind of felt 50% forced because I felt like if I didn't go, I'm going to get kicked out the house. Going there, same rehab, still think it's bullshit. I don't need this. Snuck out. Left.
That's the second time. Okay.
And I took a bus home. My mom was like, what the fuck you doing back? 6 months go by. She thinks I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting a mask on. Not really doing good. I'm just pretending.
Right.
Still fucking up, doing the same bullshit, even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not just in studies. This is actually true. When you go up and you go in for help and you leave and you don't finish the process, when you leave, it does get worse. That is not a myth. It's not a rumor. When you have an addiction and you don't get the full help that you need, you leave in the middle of the process. When you go back and you relapse, it's going to be 10 times worse than the first time.
How so?
Just because now you feel like you good with it and you got the right acknowledgement of what's going on.
So it's kind of like starting over in your mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to put it in words. It just does happen because I didn't think I was gonna ever relapse in a bad way, but I started getting into worse drugs and like just doing more of it. When I tell myself like I'm not gonna do it again, it's just not. Yes, you're gonna do it again. Because when I get drunk, there's no telling what I'm doing. So, like, I go to somebody's crib, and it's not even like a party. Like, it's not even a Getty. It's just somebody's crib where everybody go to do drugs. I go there, not even that drunk. Like, I'm so good at putting a mask on and telling everybody how life is and trying to put a smile on and I'm very goofy and I love to make people laugh and it kind of brings my dopamine levels up and shit, you feel me? But it's still hard at the time it was still hard to talk about my feelings and really tell you what I'm actually going through. Nobody would ever know because I would always have a smile on my face. But deep down, I'm hurting, bro. Yeah. I'm fucking dying on the inside, you understand? I go to that crib for like maybe the 10th time. And it's not really, to me, it's not really a hangout spot. I could never go to none of these places sober, ever. If the only time I'm being sober is when I'm depressed in my fucking room. Right. So I can't, at this point in time in my life, I can't even leave the crib without drinking or doing drugs. Because I feel like I can't even have a good time. Right. I couldn't even go to the goddamn movie theater or the bowling alley without having a drink. Exactly. Or taking a couple lines of coke, bro.
Yeah. That's kind of why I stopped smoking weed, too. Like you can't enjoy life without being sober.
Yeah, you start telling yourself in your head, it's like, especially with the anxiety complex, it's like, it's kind of like having two people arguing in your head at the same time. So you don't really know, you're very indecisive. It's like you discourage yourself constantly.
I'm a Gemini too, so
yeah,
we got personality.
We can talk about that in another category. I don't really believe in all that zodiac shit. I just feel like you either a dumbass or you're not. you either a toxic boyfriend or girlfriend or you're not. I just feel like I don't know. We could get into that some other time. Like maybe
it's all mental though.
Yeah, I mean I'm very open to new ideas. I always just thought zodiac shit was bullshit.
What zodiac are you, by the way?
I am a Sag.
The fuck does that mean?
What you mean? I'm a good
crazy,
guy.
Bro.
Oh, okay, that's true.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, hey, Geminis ain't
I'm a nice person though.
Geminis ain't no better. We got split personalities, bro.
Word. But yeah. So I go to this crib while everybody is. occupied with other shit, either playing video games upstairs, somebody in the pool outside, somebody watching TV downstairs, somebody in the bathroom. I take the good fucking idea to take her daughter's prescribed promethazine for the condition she got. Being selfish as fuck. Before I did the Prometh, I was smoking hella weed. I don't even like weed at this point. Like, I'm just doing it because I'm saying fuck it. I drank mad liquor before. I'm talking about mad liquor. You already know I'm not alcoholic at the point. I'm super into my addiction at this point. Been to rehab twice.
You're at your prime right now.
Bad prime, very negative. But did the promethazine. Took two blue pills, ecstasy.
That was some Viagra. That was a blue chew or some shit.
No, it was a blue pill of it was ecstasy. One of them I crushed up and I snorted. The other one I popped.
It's like, yo, somebody finna be gaping after tonight.
But yeah, and I did the coke. So I did a couple lines of coke. I did 2 pills of X, promethazine, weed, and alcohol. If you really think about that, that's like 3 uppers and 2 downers, or like 3 downers, 2 up. Like, you're not supposed to. Don't do drugs, period, kids. You feel me? Yeah. If you do them, that's the one thing you shouldn't do is uppers and downers at the same time. It's gonna slow your heart rate. So I overdosed. We was in the garage. I was playing my guitar in the garage with my friends. Okay. And I started like talking,
mumbling and slurring, and
so like I'm thinking I'm saying a fucking sentence. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm fucking having a conversation with motherfuckers. But they're looking at me like, that's all I remember. I kid you not. They just looking at me like, yo, CuLLy, what, you good? I can't hear what you're saying. And I'm still just talking in gibberish.
I mean, well, they probably could have thought you were like off the drink too, though.
Not even. They like,
it was different.
Yeah, it was a whole different CuLLy because they knew me.
Okay.
They knew me personally. They know I'm an alcoholic. I can handle my liquor. So they get the older lady that owns the house. She used to be an ex-nurse. So she come downstairs. She's like, oh, he's overdosing. Come to the bathroom. I need to put my finger down your throat. I need you to throw up, all right? And I'm sitting here laughing, hysterically. I'm like, nah. Oh, put your finger down my throat. What's wrong with you? Start laughing and shit. She trying to put her finger down my throat. And I'm turning away and shit. This is just word of mouth. This is what the story came from their mouth. They're telling me the story afterwards.
So
I don't remember none of this.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember none of this shit. So that shit happens. I refuse to let her put her finger down my throat. She's like, all right, he's not going to let me do it. I need to take him to the hospital. So because she was, I don't know if she was an ex-nurse or she was still a nurse, she brought me to the hospital and was like, I found him on the side of the road. I think he's overdosed. Because if she said he was at my house,
exactly,
she's going to lose her nurse license.
Exactly.
So I think he's overdosed, this and that. I go in there, and my best friend's mom is there, my mom's there, my sister's there. I do remember specifically waking up out of my overdose shit, and I was like, where the fuck am I? And I pulled, it was so bad they put 2 IVs in my arm.
Real quick, did you feel like it was safer to do drugs and drink at her house because she was a nurse? Like, did you feel like that was a...
Nah, it was just anything I could do to get out of my mom's crib and hide. I was so lost in the addiction, bro. I had to hide everything from my family, bro. Did you feel like it was just... Nah, it's just a drug house.
Okay.
That's where everybody went. Maybe that's what they thought because she's a nurse. Like,
right.
No offense to her, she knows she is. I'm not gonna say no names the whole podcast.
That's fine.
Snitch, so no offense to her, but if you're a nurse, you shouldn't be fucking doing drugs in the first place.
Facts.
You feel me? You shouldn't have no people coming in your house doing drugs and all that shit. But people are human beings, bro. People get jobs. You need a job. You like helping people. You like being a nurse. Shit, when you get off work, you want to do some goddamn motor oil. Shit, do it how you please.
They want to drink piss and bleach.
Drink bleach, drink some bleach. We getting raw tonight, man. Fuck it.
Well, you say you're at the hospital?
So yeah, I'm in there. That's the one thing I do remember is my brother Hanif. That's my best friend. His mom is in there with me, holding my hand. I do remember waking up and I'm still out of it. And I'm thinking I'm trying to talk to her and say something, but what she told me was like, I'm still speaking gibberish, not saying nothing. And
at the hospital?
I'm in the bed at the time.
Okay.
My mom said I pissed myself. My mom said the nurses was getting more aggravated they ever been because I'm being so it's like unorthodox with like, overdoses. Like either you fucking die or when you get the IVs you cooperate.
Exactly.
I got like 3 IVs, 2 in one arm, one in like they put mad needles in me, and when I finally come a little bit back into it, I get mad. Yeah. And I stand up and I pull the needles out of my arm. Now fucking blood's gushing on the floor and shit. Damn. And like this is crazy to me. I felt so guilty afterwards. Like when people telling me this story. Wow. It wasn't. But that's how I know it's love because not only they weren't mad. Mm-hmm. They told me that it wasn't pitiful. Like it was disappointing that I did it, but they still showed me love because I was alive. Right. They told me that the nurse said that my heart stopped. I don't remember none of this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. This is probably one of the worst moments in my life, but I couldn't say that based on opinion because I didn't experience it. I wasn't awake. So I do thank God that I'm still alive. I should be dead right now.
So you back
after that? I was out of it. That is not even the words for it. I was dead.
Okay, flatline.
I don't remember that shit at all. I go to rehab. Consensually. Mm-hmm. Voluntarily this time. Meet some good people. Meet some good therapists. I finished it. I didn't sneak out. Didn't leave. Got my certificate. I'm good. What I'm still struggling with right now is still the spirituality aspect. Because I feel like I'm still doing this. I don't do drugs no more. Mm-hmm. But goddamn do I love this alcohol. Mm-hmm. It's sad that I'm saying it. I can go deeper into it, but I know we being raw right now. But
I don't think you love it. I think it's just because it's kind of the same thing with me. Like most people who do drugs or who are heavy drinkers or anything, or who experience with any type of thing like that, I feel like they just gotta find some way to cope with this shit.
Trying to put a coat over the issue. Oh. And that's why I say it's all about humility, bro. I'm very humble about it. Like, I'm not in denial no more. I know I have a problem.
And that's just like how you said, the music helps you. Like it's kind of therapeutic. So
definitely, man. I don't really give a fuck about. I know I'm not getting big with it no more. I gotta have a job. I gotta fend for my family. I gotta get right. It's just like, bro, I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it in words.
You say you ain't getting big. Why you say that?
Oh, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I'm not trying to be. I'm just. I don't feel like. I don't want to say I don't have the motivation no more, but I feel like it's gonna take too much more time up than I have when I could be making actual money right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the more time that I keep spending, I had this dream since I was like 16. I'm 24 right now. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna still make music in my free time, but like. I could pay somebody to market my shit, you feel me? Pay somebody to try and find connections. But for right now, I done cut everybody out of my life. I'm trying to get myself right mentally, spiritually, physically, bro. I'm trying to, instead of being so quick to love others, I need to learn how to love myself, bro. And until I do that.
That's funny you say that, because I'm going to say this on the podcast. And this is my motto. Love yourself before you can love somebody else. Yeah, if not, I've been
saying that for years.
If not, you're going to find yourself doing strange things for another human being.
Yes, sir. When that person probably don't even like your ass. Exactly. Let alone love you.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. It's spiritual warfare, man. It's emotional warfare, too, bro. This world's getting worse by the minute. And I feel like that's another category for another time, too, but I feel like social media done fucked everything up.
It has.
And every year it
everybody looking for self-validation and shit.
So I remember when I was a goddamn 14, not even. When I was like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, I was wearing goddamn light up sneakers. Right. The blinky These motherfucking little ass girls and shit out here looking like they trying to be Kylie Jenner and shit. Yeah. Because they got Instagram.
But that's the wildest shit to me nowadays. How the boys and girls used to dress when we was that age, and then how they is now. Yeah. Like, oh my
shit
God,
changes
bro.
every year, and people could look at it like
you make me scared to see how the fuck the next generation gonna be.
Yes, fuck. It go even everything, even with music, bro. You remember back in the day, it was, especially when I got introduced to rap, it was NWA, Lil Wayne. Nah, not even Lil Wayne yet. NWA, Eminem, Ice Cube, fucking Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Biggie. That's when I was in Iowa making rock music.
Yeah.
I'm making rock music, and that's the only rap I would listen to. Fucking good old school shit.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Florida, the new wave is Drake, Lil Wayne. Who else is in
like T-Pain?
Oh yeah, T-Pain was around at that time.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah, like the Carter 2 and the Carter 3
yep.
was around at that time. And then even then, rap was still, it wasn't as old school, but people back then still would be like, the only person that using fucking autotune is T-Pain.
Right.
And he lost all credit.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And then, fast forward to goddamn maybe 2010 to 2015, you got maybe like Young Thug and all this other shit, and they using auto-tune and Migos and shit, and that's what they want to, from there on, they're going to call them mumble rappers.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you look, it's 2020, and you hearing all this bullshit. When I used to hate them motherfuckers back then, and now I'm praising Migos and Young Thug because this new shit is butt.
Yeah.
This shit is ass. And now Young Thug and Migos are the GOATs now because they sound better than this new shit. Like, there's still going to be old school, really good bars, flow, delivery. There's going to be shit like that nowadays. Them motherfuckers ain't going to get famous.
Let me ask you this, because I put this on Facebook a while back. Or Facebook or Twitter. But I did like a little voting poll. Said, who do you think was better in their prime? T-Pain in his prime or Drake?
Is that like R&B wise or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you see, this is where I'm gonna get biased because I'm gonna piss the people off if I say T-Pain.
I said T-Pain.
All right,
but,
so let me ask
everybody
you,
voted for Drake though.
Dr. Robinson.
Okay, I like that.
What do you think was better at their prime, T-Pain or Drake?
Oh, T-Pain, hands down.
Why?
I feel like Drake is fake with all his shit. Like how he be trying to speak patois and then...
yes, sir. I pointed that out to a lot of people. You know what's funny? His goddamn father not even from the islands.
I know. So he fake as fuck with a lot of shit.
I thought you was Dominican.
Right?
What you Dominican in 2020 or 2010?
Toronto. And then he got a song called Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. He's not from neither one of those cities.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. That's a song he got.
You're not from nowhere.
Then he said his second hometown is Houston. You're from Toronto. You're born in Canada.
So if you want to talk money, you want to talk sales, of course, everybody, even me, even if I'm not being biased, I would say Drake.
Yeah.
But T-Pain started a wave nobody could start. The shit's on the fucking producing programs. You can name it Logic, fucking Mixcraft, Pro Tools, GarageBand. Mm-hmm. There is a fucking... I don't know if this is why he got his name, but the auto-tune, the generic auto-tune is called T-Pain.
For real?
Yes. T-E-A, I think P-A-N-E. T-Pain.
Well, actually,
called
his name
T-Pain,
T-Pain
E major,
Tallahassee
T-Pain, C minor, or whatever. But, like, the name of it, I don't know if that's where he got his name, but that's what auto-tune is called, is T-Pain. Like, that's if you want that strong auto-tune.
Yeah.
Like, he started that shit.
Yeah.
And people want to give the credit to Young Thug and Migos and Future. I
hate that so much, bro.
That, this is where the mumble rap and auto-tune and shit came from. No, the fuck it didn't. Auto-tune came from T-Pain because he started that shit.
I'm trying to tell you.
And you know what's funny? This motherfucker can actually rap.
And this is another thing, how people don't give Florida credit. Because, you know, people don't really give Florida credit until, like, people like Kodak or X done came out and shit. T-Pain. He's from Florida. Tallahassee Pain.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's what that stands for. Like, come on, Rick Ross. Come on, bro. We got artists.
I did not know.
People ain't never give like
they giving credit now to the new youngins.
Exactly. Now they Florida own like Florida one of those states. No, Florida been one of those states, nigga. Look, we had Trick Daddy.
Yeah, it's always
Trina.
Been Georgia, Florida, California. Florida, Georgia, California, and New York have always been the top hip hop states.
Yeah. They don't never want to give Florida no credit. Like when they talk about the dirty South, they go to Georgia and they stop. They ain't never want to give Florida no credit.
That's true. I never looked at it like that.
Like, come on, we had Trick Daddy, Trina, T-Pain, Rick Ross. We had like a shitload of underground niggas that could have been blown. Like I tell people all the time, Mook Boy, you know Mook Boy, right? Mm-hmm. He almost got signed by MMG. Don't want to give him no credit. He ain't want to sign.
He ain't want to sign.
Plan to have him on that too.
We go on and on about that shit. The rap game all fucked up. Not even just the rap game, just
Mook Boy answer emails.
Period.
Huh?
The game period. Not even just the rap game, bro. Artists.
No.
Like, shit, we can go real deep. I like this.
Okay, so
let's not talk about me no more, man. Let's talk about something else.
I got one more question.
What's up?
Where's your mental state at now, and where do you want it to be in the future?
I would definitely say it's a lot better than it was. Mm-hmm. I still struggle with
1 out of 10.
As in positivity?
As in overall. From back then.
Give it a 6, 7.
That's progress.
A little bit of progress.
It is.
Back then, I would act like it was a 10 when really it was a 2. So that's a big progress.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big progression. Where I want to be in the future is just successful, bro. The way I'm doing, I'm going out a lot with my brother, and he trying to get me right with Jesus and shit. Mm-hmm. Who knows, man? Oh, that's a big step for me right now. I feel like before I can start physically doing big things for God, I need to get mental with God, and that's a big step for me. You understand?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the only thing that's missing. I still feel like once you're an addict, I feel like you're always going to be an addict. That sounds very negative, but that's the way I look at it.
I feel like it's always all mental, man.
Yeah, I used to think it's always mind over matter, but I feel like the word relapse in itself is like, what are you relapsing from? You had to be an addict to relapse. Feel me? So
right.
I could be sober for 1.5 years and then relapse, or I could be sober for a week and then relapse.
It's good you do own up to it and you admit it, because that is one. What they say, the first step to like getting better from an addiction is that you have to admit that you have an addiction first.
Exactly, that's one of the first steps, bro. So yeah, that's why I said it's all about humility. I didn't understand what humility meant until the 3rd time I went to rehab. But until you have humility, bro, you cannot take any positive steps in your life, bro. You cannot accomplish anything. It's not even just if you have an addiction, just anything with relationships, family, getting a job. If you don't have no humility, bro, you cannot conquer nothing. If you're a cocky little shit, arrogant as fuck, you may get what you want at first.
The fucking dickhead asshole.
Everything in the book, yeah. If you might maybe rarely get what you want at first, but if you keep on acting like that, shit is not gonna work out for you in the long run, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta be very humble, man. That's what's gonna get you there, man. You gotta think about what you actually doing. There's the golden rules, bro. The golden rules that we're taught as kids, bro. Them shits are still liable to this day, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Very liable. Like, do unto others as you want done unto you.
I focus on that a lot too.
Yeah, man. You don't want to
treat others how you want to be treated, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to start a conspiracy or what's the word I'm looking for? Start with a C.
Coochie. I'm throwing shit out there.
Contradict.
Yeah, contradiction.
Whatever. It don't matter, man. You gotta think about you, bro. You gotta just stop focusing on other people so much and actually focus on yourself. All this shit out in the world is nothing, bro.
Real shit.
You have your own body. You look in the mirror. That's the only time you can see yourself. The only thing I see right now is my hands, my fingers, my clothes. I can't see my face right now. I can't see my head, my brain. Like,
you came in by yourself, you're gonna go out by yourself.
Exactly, bro. Once you start realizing that everybody you see and that you know right now not all those people are gonna be at your funeral. Once you realize that, bro, you'll stop focusing on yourself.
Exactly. Bitch, I wish I could, but like, what fucking video was that in the Kendrick Lamar video? I seen that shit the other day. I had posted on my Instagram like a long time ago, and I forgot what caption I put. But it's a picture of Kendrick Lamar. He's laying in the casket. He got his eyes closed. In the next frame, he's like sitting up like that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So like, man, don't come to my funeral if you ain't really fuck with me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
Like, come on. Nigga, I will wake up from death and come whoop your ass, nigga. The fuck?
Quote of the day. I've been saying it all my life. I didn't even know like that was one of your big quotes, but that's gonna be the quote of the day, man. So, gotta love yourself before you can love others. Bro.
If not, can you finish it? You know the line?
I don't.
If not,
I just stop right there and put the period.
No, that's the big thing though. If not, you're gonna find yourself doing strange things for another human being.
All right, I'm gonna put that into it.
You got to. That's mainly what you got to remember, because that's what it's all about. Got to love yourself first. But people don't know how to love themselves. They always know they want that love for themselves, but since they don't know how to give it to themselves, they don't know how to find it. They giving it to everybody else. Like I said, treat people how you want to be treated, because they expect it back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the word for that is called codependency. Correct? I feel like codependency is trying to find the happiness in others,
right,
and trying to spread the love and maybe rise your dopamine levels
through
to
other
make
people.
yourself feel better. But in the long run, it's kind of just like a drug. You drink alcohol, you're gonna feel good right now, but in the morning, you're gonna feel like shit.
That's kind of like how that one. I don't know if it's a quote or a question, but they say, the person who usually has the most answers, where do they go to when they need help, you know? So that's like you being good to everybody. You always treat this person good. You fuck with him, all this and that, giving money, everything. Mm-hmm. But when you need help, or when you feeling down, like, who gonna come to you, you know what I'm saying?
That's big, bro.
Yeah.
Not even just in the long run, but maybe even that day. I done went places and seen people showing love, 110% showing love, and I'm getting love back too. When I come home, it's just me.
Yeah.
And when I realized that I cut everybody out of my life, a lot of people might look at that as a negative trait. That's a good thing to me, because not only can I start focusing on myself, but I realized one key element. It's been almost a year.
What's that?
That I've cut everybody out. It's been almost a year, and in that whole year time span, nobody has hit me up. And I don't want no sympathy. I'm not looking for a sympathetic ass fucking person.
Okay.
I know this. I'm not mad about it. I'm not depressed about it. I got shit I really need to be depressed about. So
right.
I'm not worried about that. I'm glad that it opened my eyes. That once you realize, not in a negative way, not no sappy shit. I'm not trying to sound fucking emotional.
Right.
Once you realize that really,
when they really don't matter,
bro, you really only have yourself in this world, bro.
Yes, sir.
And once you start, it's all about you, bro. It's you.
It sounds sad. It sounds crazy.
Physical, spiritual entity, bro.
And
you are you. Like, I don't have the words. I don't have the vocabulary to tell you. You are you, bro. You need to focus on you. God made you your temple for a reason. Focus on yourself and your parents. If you don't have parents, focus on yourself.
Really, I would really just say focus on you, cause you know they done.
That is you, yeah. Because they own people too.
Yeah,
bro.
they the same
All
thing.
you is a seed.
Exactly.
You just multiplying.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, the only thing we got compared to, or in comparison to our family is just blood, bro. Like, that's the only thing we got in common and shit is blood. But if you really think about it, we are all brothers and sisters. Everybody in this world is related in some way.
This is what therapy comes in. And this is why a lot of people need therapy. Because they can go to a doctor or a psychiatrist or therapist, whatever you want to call it. They can tell you something so simple and it'll hit you so hard. Like, just put it this way. When they need something, do you think they're going to come to you?
Nope. Oh, yeah. Of course. I heard you wrong. But when you need something, they might not come to you.
No, I'm saying like, they gonna go get it their own. Always. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I said, like, they have their own life. You have your own life. when you really on your ass, they can't see that. Same thing with them. When they really on their ass, you might not see that. But are you always going to be able to come to the rescue?
Of course not.
I'm saying that's why you have to focus on yourself. You have to. That's the best way. Being alone, it sounds scary, but it's literally the best way. Because once you get to that space where you see you don't need nobody, even you don't even need your siblings or your parents or anything, nigga. That's the best area you can be in. It really is. Trust me. When you notice you don't need shit else, when you feel like money ain't shit, you don't need shit. You just need you and your own happiness, bro. That's the best fucking spot you can be in. Nothing can tear you the fuck down. Nothing at all, bitch. You can lose your job and fucking go home doing backflips. You don't even want to ride. Backflip all the way the fuck home.
Yeah.
You could be a homeless as fuck and be happy as hell.
I have seen a lot of homeless men, especially in the Orlando area. I mean, maybe they hiding behind a mask too, but shit, I done had a homeless man. I play guitar. I play pretty well too, if I should say so myself, but I had a fucking homeless man teach me how to play a goddamn song on the guitar. I never even knew.
See?
This man is, it's just all, I guess it's all about how you look at life, bro.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. That's another thing I could get into, too, is what happens when you die, bro. And that's a very dark topic, but I'm open about everything, bro. I feel like suicide is a big thing now.
I've been there. Episode 14, Mind of a Jumpman.
Yes, sir. It's like, I feel like I'm going to discredit people that say it's weakness. I kind of understand what they say when somebody commits suicide that they just weak. Their mind is weak. They can't handle it. Mm-hmm. I understand that person is gone now. And you're speaking upon a dead man, bro. Well, first of all, that's disrespectful.
It is.
Second of all, you saying they weak. Maybe they just felt so much pain, they didn't want to feel it no more, and they felt the only way out is just out.
Right.
The only reason I don't do it is because I have a spiritual aspect on it. I feel like until I know what happens when I die, I'm not trying to die.
I feel you.
You understand?
Then, so like I said, I've been there, and then now that I'm way past that, it's all like immortality now. Like I feel like I can't die. Like I will never tell somebody I would die. Like even on my old Instagram, like my name was JD96. Then I put a dash with a question mark. You know what I'm saying? Like J Dreads 96. Then
okay.
96 till whenever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, like I could go back to the spiritual aspect. We're gonna get too off topic if I keep going with it. But I just feel like you don't know, man. It's all based off of faith, belief, and experience. You could even choose to believe the Bible or not if you want. Like, I feel like anything that you see with your own eyes, of course, you can believe it because you've seen it. But what you choose to believe that somebody else is saying or something that you read is all based on belief and faith. You feel me? So if you believe there's a heaven and a hell, and bro, you can't just right before you know you finna die be like, I apologize, God, please rebuke me for all my sins and let me repent, blah blah blah. No. You're not fucking going to heaven right then and there. You fucking nah. I feel like until you know what happens when you die, when you actually right with spirituality, that's why I'm very open-minded, bro, because there's so many closed-minded people that just think they know everything, think they gods in themselves. There's way too many people that just think, bro, the human mind is so expandable, bro. You could be the smartest, most intelligent fucking person on this earth, and there could still be a fucking bum across the street that will tell you something you never even knew, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's mind is so expandable, bro. Our minds, we make closer by doing drugs and drinking and shit, maybe like, but still, like, we can only hold so much physically.
Right.
But our brain is just exponentially fucking. It's not like.
If I'm not mistaken, they say we only as humans We only use like 20 or 30% of our brain.
It's under 50. Yeah, bro. That's crazy, man. We could withstand so much knowledge. It's too much. No. Yeah, the silent just came, bro. It's like, bro, that's a lot to think about. Literally.
It is.
Shit, man. People need to be more open-minded, bro. That's why I do encourage, if you're 21 and older and you have no problems with anxiety, try acid or LSD. It does not stand for...
don't try that shit. Don't try that shit.
It does not stand for love, sex, and dreams.
I do say if you do have any problems, I would recommend therapy. I recommend that to everybody. I've been to therapy before. Mm-hmm. I have his phone number in my phone right now. If you think I'm capping, Dr. Rick Adams. I'm dead serious.
And don't think, and this is based upon my own experience as well, do not think that you can do it on your own. Because I thought that for years. And still
Impossible.
To this day.
Impossible.
To this day, I still think about, I'll make excuses and be like, oh, what's he going to tell me just based off of his education and scientific beliefs and shit, but he's never been through it. Or I'll be like, oh, I don't have the money for this. Bitch, you got insurance. You feel me? Like, don't ever get so caught up in yourself where you feel like, I've been there, man. I have been there. I've been told myself a million times, and I still tell myself I'm still guilty for it. I'll tell myself I could do this on my own. I don't need them. I could leave it. I'll let it out by doing this, or I'll let it out sometime. But today I'm just gonna keep it inside. Like, listen, man. It sounds stupid and it sounds very repetitive, but you need to be repetitive, man. Shit happens differently every single day. You feel me? Like, you need to let it out. Talking is everything.
Please
when you let
out.
shit out, that's just like when they tell you when you was a kid, if you get angry, instead of hitting something, count to 10. Out loud. You know why they tell you out loud? Because at least you speaking. You speaking shit into existence. You doing shit for a purpose. You understand? So It's just like, talking is everything. Even when you feel like you want to leave it all inside. The more you leave it all inside, it's physically inside. You're going to be in your head constantly that whole day. And one negative thought occurs, it's going to be a brewing. Like some poison from a witch's brew, boy. It's going to be fucking brewing in your mind. It's going to like a domino effect. It's going to keep on going. It's going to be hectic in the end, bro. You need to let that shit out.
One thing I can say about you, remember when I used to pull up at Gators all the time with my homeboys and shit, and then you work there, you might come out the back and see us sitting out back.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I can commend you for is, we dap each other up like, hey, bro, how you been? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I've been down. I respect you for that, because people cannot do that, bro.
Because everybody want to do this.
They always
even with strangers. At the cash register or some shit. I get it. Maybe sometimes you're just trying to be professional. But let's be real. Let's be raw.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm fine. Bitch, no, the fuck you not.
No, you're not.
That word fine can go a long way with everybody.
You walk around the whole city, ask everybody, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. Bitch, more than 75% of y'all motherfuckers is going through some hectic ass shit. Exactly, one of y'all probably want to jump off the building last night.
I'm trying to tell you. I hate that shit so much, but because that's why I say, like you said, you got to speak up. And I have an episode on that too. Speak up, speak out. Like, you have to fucking say something. It's like all these people who's dealing with drug addiction or drinking addiction or whatever type of problem. These motherfuckers do all these fucking drugs, don't say shit to nobody, looking like they living the life of the fucking party.
Well, really, they just doing it not to be the party, but because they want to get rid of something they can't get rid of.
Exactly, but you could have been got help if your ass would have said something.
Yup. Facts, bro. Preach to him, bro.
Like, come on, bro. It's not that hard. It's not at all.
It's a lot harder than it has to be.
Really?
And I speak out of experience, man. I used to be the most simple-minded motherfucker in the world, bro. Used to tell myself, nah, that's wrong. I would tell myself the bad things because I'm telling myself, but I would tell other people, yeah, life's good, I'm doing this, yada, yada. Bitch, I'm tell you right now, I'm 24 and I'm still living with my moms, you feel me? I switched rooms, I'm paying higher rent, but it don't fucking matter, bro. You with somebody that cares about you. God doesn't want me to leave this place right now, bro. That's what I believe. And when he does, and he thinks that my head is on straight, and I'm not gonna give in to temptation and fuck myself up again and again and again, maybe I'm with my mom for a reason at this age. I don't feel discouraged.
That's real.
I don't have no low self-esteem for it, because at this point in time, she the only one that's lifting me up. You could call that a mama's boy if you want. Shit, fuck out of here. You feel me? Like,
nigga, that's a real mother's love right there.
Exactly, bro. If that's the only love that I'm getting right now and the only encouragement, why the fuck would you not stay with your moms, bro?
Trying to tell you.
If I'm gonna sit there and be in an apartment 9-to-5 job, doing the same shit over and over again, killing myself, drinking more than I already am, going to work, fucking with people that say they fuck with you when you know damn well they don't.
Right.
Why wouldn't you take your mother's love to the advantage, man?
Why
Take
not?
advantage of that shit, man.
Got to, man.
Love is everything. That's one of my favorite quotes. Yeah, you do gotta love yourself before others. What was the rest of it?
Said, love yourself before you love somebody else. If not, you're going to find yourself doing strange things.
All right, that has to do with love, too. But my favorite quote that has to do with love is when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
That's what, okay.
And that is Jimi Hendrix.
That's on his wall, too, by the way.
Yes, I painted on it when I was dumb drunk. Listen, man, not all people just do it for the party, man. Some people are just trying to sugarcoat they unhappiness, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get over it, talk, speak up. Don't be afraid that if you don't believe in God, shit, you don't gotta go to church, shit. Talk to somebody, bro. Talk to somebody. I encourage you.
Somebody.
Learn from experience. I'm still struggling. I have my demons, shit. I have a lot of demons to this day. But you know what's funny? I burned a lot more of them demons in the past. I had 100, now I only got 50 demons. If that makes sense.
Like I said, hey, it's progress.
It is, man. You gotta keep on pushing. Talking is key, man. Let it out.
Well, anything else you want to add before I close out?
What's up?
I think we done touched up on everything.
Everything. It's been a pleasure, my brother. It's good seeing you.
I respect you for that, bro. Real shit.
Yes, sir.
Real
yes, sir.
shit.
And I uplift anybody that's out there struggling with mental disabilities, mental issues, addictions. Even addictions that don't even necessarily have to be drugs and alcohol. It can be codependencies, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. I encourage anybody, hit my brother's line, hit my line.
Dr. Robinson, goddamn, you heard him.
Yes, sir. And if not us, reach out to somebody that knows that they're there for you, that you know is there for you. Somebody that you know maybe just yesterday reached out to you, so if you ever need anything, but you ignored that phone call, you ignored that sign because you want to be stuck up in your own addiction. Like, people can help, man.
I know exactly what I'm gonna name this episode. XXX.
Let's get it.
Just for your shirt. Well,
love and prosperity, people.
Yes, sir. Blessings. Peace, love, and blessings, as I like to say. And my brethren.
Y'all on big things, you heard?
Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you, bro. It's been too long. It really has. I need to get your phone number.
Yes, sir.
In fact, put that bitch in right now. But it's been too long, bro. I'm so happy to see you for real. I wish I could see your sister and all them too.
We can go down the street if you want to. Unless you're just saying that on the mic.
No.
I'm fucking with you. I'm joking.
Love you people, bro.
Good people.
I know y'all was my second family at the time. Went to church with
I
y'all.
know. That's why, like, I never held you to it. Like,
yeah. I
know you probably be going through the same shit I do. That's why you avoid certain people, but you hang out with the people that make you feel good.
Exactly.
Did I hit that bitch on the nail or what?
Yeah, you did. Ain't no count, bro. Look, when you get time and you go back and listen through the shit, you could probably hear it in my voice. Like I say,
stopped it already?
No. 2 episodes. I'm finna end it. But 2 episodes, I want you to listen to it. And I'm gonna say this for the people too. If you are going through anything, episode 5, Speak Up, Speak Out. Episode 14, Mind Over Jumpman. Episode 17, Family Feud. And I recommend those episodes to everybody. Especially 17. Really. But that's all I got for today. Yes, sir. I'm going to lock you in. And This is Loop Logic Podcast. Come talk to Dr. Reggie, goddamn. Big facts. Big facts. Finna heal the whole city, man. Fuck it.
Boy, got big plans for y'all, man. Tune in.
Yeah, tune in, everybody.